Hey everybody, welcome to Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I really don't know. No, I'm kidding. I know it's Wednesday because I had a doctor's appointment this morning. So I'm scooching a little bit. Well, maybe I don't even want to scooch in. No, because then you can't see the painting. So I'm late, but I'm here. You know, when your morning is thrown off by its normal routine, you know, by me going to the doctor, it made the morning go too quick. And I looked up at the clock and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to go live in like 10 minutes. So I'm like, when am I going to paint? Well, I had this angel painting that I started during Whatcha Paintin Wednesday months ago. I've been doing my bear calendar and finishing up the horse painting, and so this has just been sitting there waiting patiently for me to come back to it. So anyways, I'm working on that today. What are you guys up to today? I got to get close enough though so that I can read the comments. Well, actually, no, I've got my laptop here. Duh. I'll be okay. So after my doctor's appointment, I made a cross stitch freebie that I'm giving away if you are a subscriber to my newsletter. So this Saturday when I do my floss tube, I'm going to tell everybody about it. And if you haven't joined my newsletter mailing list, then you want to do that to get this free chart. I can show you real quick what it's going to look like. It's called Old Saint Nick. So if you're into cross stitch and you want that, go to teresakogut.com/newsletter and you can sign up. The newsletter will be sent, I think, like, I don't know, next Tuesday or something, so that way it gives people time to sign up. So there you go. That's my commercial for today. So let me get you guys pulled up on all the different channels. I got Facebook, I've got, and both my YouTube channels. On all the different channels. I got Facebook. Hello, there we go. So let's pull that out. I'm not seeing any comments yet, which is fine. It's fine. Maybe you're stitching, maybe you're painting, maybe you got something going on. So I'm going to go there and then I'm going to type in. In a minute, I'm going to show you guys what we worked on last night in CW Live. We did our last lesson in session 6 and it was an angel, and it turned out like I'm not patting myself on the back at all. It's just some paintings speak to me more than others, and this angel, it's the color palette. It's the subdued colors around her, and then her face. It just makes her face and her hair and everything stand out. And the sanding, I sanded the banana pants off it. And it's just, I'll show it to you in a minute. I just put gloss varnish on it, so I'm going to let it sit a little bit, make sure that sets up a little bit, because if I tilt it, it could start to run in the spots that has, a thick layer. So, okay, so I have both of my, hi Jan, finally catching the live. It's been a while since I caught you. Well, I haven't been real consistent with Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. Last week I totally forgot about it. Like, if I'm not going to do Whatcha Paintin Wednesday, normally I will let people know, at least on Facebook, with a post saying I'm not doing it. But last Wednesday was the day that the quilt that Cheryl made for me for Halloween Whimsy, that came in, and I had to film my video and edit it and get it to Riley Blake Designs all in that day. So it was just kind of consumed me in my afternoon, and just didn't even think about Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. So I'm going to try to be more consistent on here. However, I say that, and then I'm going to say, well, next week I'm not doing it because next Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving, and we have 27 guests going to be here for dinner. So I will be cooking all day Wednesday. Unless if I get the notion and I feel like it, maybe I will do the live while I'm in the kitchen cooking. And we can just chit chat. If I think of it. I'm usually so, like, not stressed, but just so busy that I might not think about it. So, hi, Teresa. I'm stitching on another block of the house in Hawk Run Hollow. Oh, that is such a beautiful design. That is massive, though. Massive. How long have you been working on that Hawk Run Hollow, Teresa? I'm just curious. I know there's some days I wish I just didn't have anything to do, but I could just sit and stitch. Like, just do whatever I want type of thing. Crazy, hey, crazy times. We all just have to kind of be flexible, right? Amen, sister. You got it, Jan. That is what we have to do. We have to go with the flow, because otherwise, if we resist, then we get stressed. And I am all about being stress-free. I went to the doctor. I had just my annual, labs and stuff like that to get done. But I've been having heart palpitations since Sunday. And I thought it was because I was dehydrated because I didn't have much water Saturday. Then we went out to dinner, and the food is always way more salty than if you cook it yourself. And then I had some cocktails. And so I woke up Sunday and I could tell I was dehydrated. Your mouth is all cottony and dry. And anyway, I drank a lot of water that day, and I've been drinking a lot of water ever since. And once in a while, when I get dehydrated, I'll have these like heart palpitations. But normally it goes away in a day because I rehydrate myself. Well, it's not going away, and it's really annoying. I had an EKG, which looked fine. Of course, I didn't have any heart palpitations while they were doing the EKG. Just one of those things, just something I try not to worry about or think about. But how do you not when you can feel it? So anyway, she said if it continues, that they'll put me on one of those 24-hour monitors. And so I thought, well, if I'm still having them by Friday, I'm going to do that. Unless they say, well, if we put this on you, you can't you can't be doing a bunch of stuff. Well, that's not going to happen before Thanksgiving because I've got a bunch of stuff to do, like cleaning the house and stuff this week. So anyway, I'm sure it's fine. Like I said, I've had it before and it goes away. Started at October 9th. I'm on my third block, but my New Year start will be your star quilt pattern. Oh, that's so cool, Teresa. Thank you for your support of my patterns. I love that star quilt design. All my favorite colors are in there. When I go to chart something, I should just go to the star quilt pattern and say, okay, these are the colors I want to use, because I love every color in there. All right, I haven't pulled up Facebook yet. My bad. Here, let's just do a new window. I'm very chatty today, evidently. New tab. No. Well, whatever, that'll work. Facebook. I'll just pull that tab out. So this is okay. Trying to get all three of these to show up is not easy. I know, I love Prim too. The only thing I really do that's not very, I shouldn't say the only thing. There's quite a bit of things that I do that's not Prim. Prim is my favorite though. But like, especially in painting, are my mixed media angels. Definitely not Prim, but I do love them. Hey, Colleen, how are you? Hello, Mrs. Wims. Click to expand. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. How's Be Merry? Okay, I can see all the comments now, so we're good to go. I'm going to show you real quick what we worked on in CW Live. So this is our last angel that we painted. And I love the soft muted colors, but I'm going to get closer so you can see how, and I have gloss varnish on it right now. I haven't done the crackles, so it's not quite finished. Oops, my computer. Hold on. There we go. But look at how when I sanded it, I love that area right there where I sanded it. So when you sand it, it shows the scrapbook papers underneath, and her face turned out so pretty. And I did the background like here. That is put on with a palette knife, so it's real, oh, what do you call that? Blotchy, or looks like scraped paint. And then this is just, I never even painted over this part of her halo. Let me see. Yeah, this part and this part of her halo, I didn't even paint over because I loved the pattern that was showing through from the scrapbook paper. So anyway, yeah, all I have left to do on her is the crackle. And then it'll be completely done. I'll have it done to show in floss tube, done in its entirety. But yeah, I love how she turned out. And you know, some angels go really quickly like that. We painted on it a couple hours last week, and I think 2.5 hours last night, and it's done. So 4.5 hours usually I can get one of these angels done. I think I've only spent one day on her during Whatcha Paintin Wednesday, and those are like an hour and a half or so. So yeah, a few more Whatcha Paintin Wednesdays and I'll get this one done. Finishing up your Merry Christmas pattern in the Celebrate book. Oh, cool. Probably finished today. That's awesome. I didn't get to stitch it all today because so I'm so chatty. After CW Live, it was 9:30 when we were done. So then I got to clean my brushes and all that stuff. So by the time I get to the house, it's 10, and I'm like, my goal is to be in bed like at least 10 to 10. But after being on the live video, I'm wound up. Like, my mind is wound up. Like if I'm sitting and stitching an hour before I go to bed, I'm more relaxed and I can fall off to sleep a lot quicker. So it was midnight. I'm laying in bed, just, you know, close my eyes, trying to calm my mind down. And yeah, it was midnight before I fell asleep. So I didn't get up until 7. I woke up at 6, trying to fall back to sleep till 7 because I'm really shooting to get 7 hours of sleep. And then my appointment was at 9, so I didn't have a lot of time this morning to do anything. Your cross stitching affected your painting. Yes, it has. Affected it, you mean as far as time goes? Yeah, it's funny that you asked that, Jennifer, because I spent 5 hours one morning. I think I worked on 2 different cross stitch patterns. Anyways, I stitched for like 5 hours and I got a lot done and I was really happy and stuff. And then I thought, wow, that's in 5 hours, I could have a whole angel painting done from, you know, start to finish, draw it on there, paint it. Like, so yeah, it has, you know, obviously it takes time and my time is stretched in the first place. So something's got to give if you add something else in there, correct? So, yeah, but that's okay. Hi, Michigan gal. How are you? All right. It's one of those things, like I wish I didn't have to sleep because I could get more fun stuff done. But now that I know the importance of sleep after listening to that interview with Matthew Walker, I think. No, Matthew Walker. You know, and knowing how important sleep is and how it can affect your health, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put sleep as a priority. I think Teeny wants out. She has to go pot. No, I think she hears Kevin outside. So Kevin got a deer Monday opening season right out here outside the studio across the pond. That sounds funny. Across the pond, people usually say that about like going to another country. Across Kogut Pond, there's a big old white pine tree, or maybe it's a red pine. But anyway, it's huge. And he has a like pop-up blind underneath it, and so the branches kind of hang down, but it's kind of sparse. And we've been seeing a lot of bucks around here. So he had a 8-point buck Monday, Yeah, and we ate some of the meat that night, the back straps, the loins. We ate that night. We'll talk about fresh meat. And then today he skinned it. So gross. He skinned it and quartered it, and it's in the fridge out in the garage fridge. So he's got to process it. And, you know, it's a lot of work. It was a lot of work for him to, you know, get it into his wagon out there in the woods and pull it home. And I helped him hang it. It's a two-person job to do that part of it. So Teeny has to go pot pot. I love that pot pot. That's so cute. The lighting is kind of crappy in here today. It's so gloomy and it's going to be rainy today. So let's work on her hair and her face. I have all my colors from when I painted the angel for CW Live, which is going to be really handy. So I'm going to use those colors on this angel. This angel's quite a bit lighter. I should do her. Let's do her with like a nice different color skin tone than what I normally do. Right? Let's diversify a bit here. Yeah, I don't know what she was whining about because he didn't come in, so I don't have a clue. You guys can't even see what I'm working on. I just realized that. It's going to be upside down for you, but it's okay. Hi, Debbie. Oh, thank you. I think she might. I don't know. We didn't really talk about it, but hopefully I'll have to ask her. What?
The sticker fairy's been here.
Yeah, the sticker fairy. I just thought I would be nice to you. Once.
What's going on?
That just make your, well, not your day maybe, but.
That was a nice surprise. Thank you.
There you go. That was cute. So I sell some stickers of my samplers in my Etsy shop, and they came on a big roll. So when someone purchases them, you have to cut one off each roll and put them in a bag. So he just does it as they sell, and it's, you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt for him, and he's not real thrilled about it. So last night, I don't know, before I went up to make dinner, I wanted to finish watching someone's floss tube, and the internet was just horrible yesterday. So I'm like, forget it. I'm done with this stupid internet. What can I do for, you know, another 15 minutes? So I went over and I sat and I put together a bunch of stickers and bagged them up for him. And so he just went over there to do that, and he's like, oh, the sticker fairy's been here. Now I have another name. Sticker fairy. Hi, Whitney. How are you? So it was Kevin that Teeny Woo was whining about. So I'm kind of doing this angel a little bit different. Like I said, just putting a different kind of color palette in for her skin. My skin is so dry. Hi, Daisy. How are you? Good morning. That's so funny. It is morning for you, though. So I got my flight to Florida. Kristen and Gabby, her daughter, and I are going to Disney the last week of January. And then I'm going from Disney an hour and a half, a little bit like northwest, to Zephyr Hills to see my mom and Jerry for a week. So yeah, next year is already busy as all get out. Yeah, it's nuts. I'm going to Florida for 2 weeks. Then when we get back from that, it's just going to be insane getting ready for Nashville. I'm hoping to have a lot of it done before I even go in January. I'm starting to work on it now. And then, so that's January, February. Then it will be all about market, getting ready for the Nashville market, which is the first week of March. Then May, we get back from that, and of course, you know, there's always work to be done after Nashville. Then we are going, or I'm the guest designer at the Midwest Cross Stitches Retreat Now Farm Girl Gatherings in May. Then we go, I get back from that, and like a week later, I go to Florida again with some other friends. And then my mom and Jerry will be here June, July, August, and then in October, I'm the guest designer for another retreat. Yeah, so it's already looking to be a very busy year for 2022. Get it while you can, right? You know, while, you know, do those traveling and do all that fun stuff while you can. That's how I feel. Put you on my TV. Hubby is recuperating. Oh, I'm on the big screen. Yikes. Oh, you can't see me, so that's all right. How's hubby doing? Is he healing up good? So this angel's a little, she's got a nice, beautiful skin tone. There's definitely more blending that needs to go on in there, but for now, I'm liking it for now. Tammy. Oh, hi, Teresa. Thank you. Daisy said he's doing really good. Doctors are happy. Awesome. That is great news. I'm enjoying stitching your punch needle primitive stitcher Santa chart. Thanks. Ah, that's so cool. Thank you. I love my favorite part about that design is that snowman. I just love how he's dangling from that tree. That's another retreat I'd love to go to. Is I can't do the spring one for sure, but that fall retreat, oh my gosh. I don't know. She was going to make an announcement on details and stuff, and I probably missed it. So I'm sure that one will sell out like as soon as she announces the details on it. But like I said, I probably missed it already. I'm going to lighten her lips up. So who decorates for Christmas? Who on here decorates for Christmas before Thanksgiving? Last year we didn't have it because of COVID. We didn't have, and we had Thanksgiving just with our kids, but like we didn't have Kevin's whole family here. So the year before that was my first year decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving. And I liked it because we worked so hard getting everything done for Thanksgiving. And if I don't have it decorated for Christmas, then the weekend after Thanksgiving, I'm decorating for Christmas. So it's like, I feel like just it's nonstop work for a week and a half at Thanksgiving time. And I don't have time to relax and enjoy it. So if I decorate before Thanksgiving, then that weekend after Thanksgiving, I can just kind of have a little downtime, for crying out sideways, you know? It's like, I don't get a lot of downtime. Normally I don't want it, but when I do want it, I feel like I should get it. Right? So I have 6 trees up this year and 2 little ones already done. Good for you. Is it cold in Michigan? 70 degrees here today to drop to the 40s by Friday. Where are you at again, Teresa? It's chilly here. Well, actually, today's warm. It's been chilly here. Today is supposed to, I think, get to the 60s. And it's balmy. It feels balmy after the cold weather we've had. But it won't last. That was another reason he had to start processing his deers, because it's a little too warm to have that hanging, you know. I bet you are enjoying your trees, Daisy. I leave Halloween up through mid-November, then immediately switch to Christmas. My 2 favorite holidays each get a month and a half. That's a great idea. I love that, Christina. Sorry, Christina. Oh, Kentucky. Okay, yeah. I was gonna look at the weather, but that's on my phone. The weather app is on my phone, so I guess I can't look at it. My light came in today. I have a magnifier light in my downstairs. That's where I do my cross stitching, because I have to have that to cross stitch even if it's 25 count. And I want to do some like stitch with me videos in my Patreon, and I have to do it down here because I have the best like reception to do live video down here at the studio. So I had to get another magnifying light, which I really will need when I get my sewing area set up. I'll need that light over there because the lighting in my studio is horrible unless it's a sunny day. And we're heading into winter, so we don't have tons of sun like we do in the summer. So anyway, that showed up today, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, step by step, I'm getting closer to, you know, having my sewing area set up and getting into the wool applique. I can't stand it anymore. Like, I want to do it so bad. It's just a time thing. And, you know, with the holidays coming, I don't know. I have to make the time to do it. Just one of those things, right? Giving her some pretty eyes here. I'll do a little close-up in a minute. Elaine has a question. Do you think this would be a good paint party painting? Do you think I can get one painted in an hour? Would love to get your input. Thanks, from Elaine in Michigan. You mean one of these angels? I can't even paint one in an hour. It takes me about 4. I would say on average it takes me 4 hours to paint one of these. You might have snow for Thanksgiving. Oh God, we might too. I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather report. Yeah, I just don't think that's enough time, Elaine, especially if you're doing, well, if you're doing it over scrapbook papers, there's absolutely no way. But if you are just painting the angel, you could do a smaller one. Now, don't do something this big. Maybe do a 12 by 12 and just have her face and maybe one of her wings or something like that. You could do that maybe in an hour. I don't even know about that. I don't think an hour is enough. I really think you need 2 hours minimum, even for a small painting. But that's just me. Maybe I'm not a fast painter. Ooh, her eyes are looking so good. I'll hold her up so you can see her eyes. She's got pretty eyes. Someone asked me why, like if there's a reason why I have so much white underneath the eyeball. And I found that was an interesting question because I guess I never really noticed. It wasn't like a conscious thing that I was doing. Thank you, Irene. It wasn't, you know, it's just the way I do things. Hi, let me see if I can pronounce your name right. Miss, I just call you Miss Colgate. I love that we have the same last name. There's another Teresa Colgate, and I think she's on here today too. Yeah. So Grayson, Gray. I'm probably just butchering your name, so my apologies. Where are you from, Miss Colgate? Teresa said, she's beautiful. She reminds me of an old friend. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. I'm thinking about changing her hair to black. I don't do a lot of black-haired angels, but they are striking. And with her darker skin tone, I think black would be very, very striking and fitting for her. So let's just kind of play around with that. So I'm going to let you guys know something in case you aren't aware. I am going to be doing Vlogmas starting December 1st. It's going to be on YouTube on my Teresa Colgate channel, not Teresa Colgate's Creative Whims, where my floss tube is. It's going to be on my other channel. And I'm going to do a Christmas painting a day in watercolor. I'm going to allow myself like an hour and a half, 2 hours tops to get these paintings done. So they'll be nice and loose, and oh, it's just going to be so much fun. And also, it's not going to be live video. It's going to be pre-recorded and edited because I'm going to have Kevin open a gift a day, like an Advent type thing. He'll have a gift today, and I'm going to record him opening his gift. I'm going to share just everything Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you might still want to join in just because it'd be fun. It's just going to be fun. Whatever it is you do celebrate, happy that. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. But we do Christmas here at the Colgate Ranch. So I've got like some just like old family Christmas photos and Christmas stories and just things I want to share with you guys. So just something fun to do for Christmas. I've never done a Vlogmas before. It will probably be the only time I do a Vlogmas. I don't know. I don't think I could have enough material to do it every year. So it'll probably be a one and done, just to be honest. And right now I only have 7 gifts for Kevin. So I have some ideas of other things that I just need to go and get. I mean, they're readily available at pretty much any grocery store. So it's a matter of just doing it. But I have to do it when he's not around, and we usually grocery shop together after church. So it'll have to be a special trip to get some of that stuff. Ooh, I like her black hair. Could you print something like Land That I Love real big and then paint something patriotic over it and sand it so some of the sampler shows through? That would be cool. That's actually a really cool idea. Yeah, that would be pretty cool to see that popping through, huh? We have the same names and the same artistic souls. You paint, I drink, and create music. Oh, how cool. So you have a YouTube channel? I love the way you flip the hair up. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're from Poland. Okay, cool. You know what? Makes sense. I guess I should have known that because Koga is a Polish name. Duh. But you know, you could have moved, right? Oh, cool. Put your YouTube channel up there so people can come see you. Oh, a patriotic angel. That would be really cool. That would be very cool. All right, I'm going to let all that dry. I feel like, real quick though, I want to fix. I feel like this part of her hair is going out way too far. I feel like that's just not right. I probably have it coming in too far. That's kind of fun. Oh, I like that better. It's amazing to me, though, just those little changes, how it can just really change a painting. I mean, I haven't really done that much this painting from when I started today, but it has taken on a whole new look. I paint, sing, and drink as well. We must be related. All right. That's funny. Hi, Nathan. How are you? Redline Handicraft. Hi, or Handcraft. Hi, how are you? I think I've only painted like one, in this kind of style anyway, one patriotic angel. I mean, I've done a lot of patriotic angels in like the more primitive style, but yeah. You know what I want to do with her? I'm going to get some gold paint. Oh, I must be having a hot flash. Oh, I got some on my eye now. Okay. What is this? This is Deco Art Extreme Sheen Antique Bronze. I probably should shake it first. I'm just going to play around with some of this stuff. I need a paper plate. Ooh. Okay, that's like black. I don't think that's right. Still black. What the heck? Yeah, I don't think that's... I think something's wrong with this paint. Antique bronze. See, it's supposed to be like this kind of color, but it's coming out black. I wonder if it's dried up here in the bottom. I don't know. I don't think I've even ever used this color, so why? It must have just been like that on the shelf. Okay. I'm going to scrape this off because I don't want that. You. All right, let's try a different one. I'm good now, thank you. Last week I had a presentation to make. That was terrifying, but I am recovering. Oh, I don't like making a presentation either. Where were you making a presentation at? Was it like for your work or? When I was in college, when I was in high school and I had to get in front of the class to do my presentation, my voice was cracking, I'm sweating bullets. It's just not my jam. I'm obviously way better at it now, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Jan. Right? It is just, it's unnerving. It's fun, and it depends on what I'm talking about too. If I'm talking about like what I'm doing right now, if I'm showing how to demonstrate, if I'm demonstrating this or something, talking about my work, it's way easier than if I'm doing a presentation on something like, you know, like I was in high school, where it's some subject matter I really could care less about type of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, for work with an interpretation to English, and they recorded it to edit and later post it. Well, good for you. That's awesome. You did it and you survived. It's good to reach outside your comfort zone once in a while. Let you know you're alive. Let you know that you like it. What am I trying to say? Like, I don't know. Let you appreciate the times when you don't have to make presentations. Let's put it that way. So I'm just playing around right now. It's not going to stay this color. I'm going to layer some metallics on here just to see what that looks like in the end. Kristen would be so proud of me painting with a palette knife. It's okay to be messy. It's better to be messy. actually. Get some mess going in there. Not over her hair, though. I draw the line there. You know what's funny? I don't know if it's like this for you. Redline Handcraft, I don't know your real name, but is like it's the working up to it that's the worst. Like all the crud that goes on in your head and all the worry, and then next thing you know you're up there, and next thing you know you're done, and then you're like, well, that wasn't that bad. We just get in our heads too much, guys. I'm the same way. I'm speaking from experience because I've been there too. I'm not trying to say I've got the answers. I certainly don't. I don't know how to get over that whole head thing, but it is mostly in our heads. Yes, don't be so precious about your painting. That is a handy Sandy Hester phrase. I love it. In front of friends, it would be fine, but coworkers, I'm so self-conscious. Yeah, I get that. I totally get it. My colleagues will have to do it too next year, and she's thinking of finding a new job to avoid it. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's some major fear there. What a bummer. Can't imagine being that afraid of it. You know what I mean? Wow, going to the dentist to have someone work on your teeth or doing a presentation. That's really, I don't know. I don't like either. Like I was going to say, if you had to choose. Do you like the gold background? Well, don't get too precious about it because I'm probably paint over it. I just want to do layers of different metallic colors and paints and just see what happens. I don't know. This one didn't work. I'm gonna see if I can pour this all out into something and stir it because it's a really pretty bronze color, but I think I have bronze. Oh, I got copper. I don't think I have bronze in anything else. Gold, pewters. Ooh, this is a bronze. Wonder what this looks like. Ooh, look at that pretty color. Oh my. That's pretty too. So I'm going to go over it with this bronze color. This is a Delta Ceram Coat Gleams, and it's called Metallic Bronze. And then I've got this copper. I'm going to put some copper on it, and then I've got glitter. So I'm going to try all of those for the background, and then I'll work on her dress. Now this doesn't have any scrapbook paper underneath, but even at this late juncture of creativity, words, I'm just making up crazy phrases now. I could use scrapbook paper for her halo and make part of her dress or something if I wanted. It's never too late to duff up with scrapbook paper if you choose to do so. And I might, you never know. If I do, it'll be next week during, no, not, I'm not having Whatcha Paint Wednesday next week because of Thanksgiving. Whoopsie daisy. My underneath is so wet still. But it's kind of cool because the colors are blending together. I don't know if Sandy made up that whole term, you know, don't be precious about it, or if she got it from another artist. I don't know, but I love it. It's so true. So I think what I'm going to do, God, we could kind of make her a Christmas angel and make her dress shades of red. I don't know. Just, God, look at all the clumpiness in this paint. This must be an old bottle. Yep, that's true. You can use fabric as well. Or does, no, it does, it could be fabric. I just prefer paper because that's what I'm used to. And it's way cheaper than fabric. Oh my gosh, look at these big old clumps that was at the bottom of that bottle. It's pretty nasty. All right, I'm going to come over this way. Colleen, did you watch my last Create Tube video? Did anybody? Because there's a part of that video I want to ask you about what you thought about it. Okay. Okay, there's a funny part in that video, and I don't even have to explain anything about it. You'll just know when you see it. But you have to be watching. It's not it's visual. It's not just something I say. It has to do with my dog. So when the part with my dog comes on, you have to pay attention. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Maybe it won't be to you, but it's funny. Okay. You have to ping me and let me know what you think. The boys, well, I don't think I showed Kyle. I showed Ryan and his friend when he laughed. Alrighty. I worked a little bit this morning before my doctor's appointment on the video for Yellowstone. I found this guy on TikTok. See, the things I like on TikTok are like artists, people that are like really good at crazy dancing, chefs and cooks. You know, those are the kinds of things I like. And painters. I said artist, didn't I? Anyway, well, now I like this photographer. He just happened to, you know how TikTok does, it just, things pop up and you either scroll past or you watch. Well, this guy came up and he is a photographer, wildlife photographer. He said he's been shooting wildlife pictures since he was 8 years old, and he lives by Yellowstone. So he was so cool because I'm, you know, all about Yellowstone now. But he goes into Yellowstone and he goes hiking, and he has gotten pictures of the most amazing shots of fox. And oh, gal, you're probably going to wonder what his name is, but I don't know. What I'll do is I'll put it in the comments section of all 3 of these channels on the Facebook, on both of my YouTube. I'll put a link to him. If you don't have TikTok, don't worry about it. But I wouldn't get TikTok just to watch him. But his photography is incredible, and just I love wildlife, and it's just fascinating to me. Okay, let's see. I have so much paint here that's iridescent and glittery and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, let's work on the dress. I don't know about the red. I'm gonna try it. If I don't like the red, what do I do? What do I do, guys, if I don't like the red? I paint over it. Grab some reds over here. Ooh, here's that's what I like. Oh my gosh, I got something in my eyeball. So the upper part of her dress, I really don't have enough of this pink, really. But I'm just gonna put it in there anyway. Just a little bit of it, just so I can see if I like it. And then I'm gonna do this part of her dress of burgundy color. I hear a fly buzzing around in here. That's what I don't like about it getting warm out again. It wakes up all those nasty creatures. Like flies, stink bugs, and the like. My godfather is a forest man, and he also loves to take pictures. He just had a photo of a fox too. Cool. Fox, they're so beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, this guy's camera, it's a Canon something, but he has this lens on it that's like this big and about that big at the end of it. So he can obviously, you know, not disturb the animals too much while he's shooting pictures of them. Oh, I think that would be so fun. That was, I used to always say that if I wasn't an artist, I'd be a photographer. And it would be that kind of photographer. I don't want to be a people photographer. I don't work well with others. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just think there's so much pressure when it comes to photographing people, especially like weddings and stuff. That's just too much pressure.
See you later.
Huh?
See you later.
Oh, you want to post office?
Yeah, a couple other.
All right, sweetie. Love you. Oh, I just got my hand in the wet paint. I seem to be doing that a lot lately. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Teddy. Been following you for a while. I have a question. I've been looking for a male angel. My male angel in heaven is my son, Douglas, forever 21. Oh, sweetie. Have you done any male angels? I'm a primitive rug hooker looking for inspiration for a memorial piece. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. That is, ooh, I can't imagine. The only male angel I have painted is Saint Michael. It's very, oh, what would you call that? Iconish looking. It's really not the true nature of an icon, but kind of that feel. But I haven't. I know I've had that request more than once. I really should do it. So I'm going to have to say no, I don't at this time. I wish I did now. I'd love to help you out. I just had one of those heart palpitations. It is a weird feeling, and I totally dislike it. I just wish it would stop. By the way, I love primitive rug cooking. Oh my gosh. If my summers weren't so busy, I'd love to go to the solder rug cooking week. I haven't been in I haven't been since I was a vendor there, and that's been probably, I'm going to say 5 years probably. It's been a long time. Yes, do it. Not a problem, Teddy. Well, I'll start sketching some in my sketchbook, and if I get one that, I'm happy with, for whatever reason, the girls are just so easy. It's so easy to make them look like girls because of their beautiful lips and eyes and the long hair. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm afraid I don't know. I would have to really find a sketch that I liked So yeah, I will work on that, work on some sketches and see what happens. Okay, now, so this is actually going to now be a different color. Or do I do this part of her dress black and then have a nice red heart? And then in her black dress, I could do a pattern. See, I have this picture. I love this print. This is an angel that I painted many moons ago. And I love the color combination. That's why I decided to go with pink on the upper part of her dress. But I could do, like on this one, it's got a black dress, down below with some different shades of turquoise and aqua. Not that I would do the same thing on her dress, but I think I am going to do black because then it matches her black hair. So let's do that. That'll be fun. That's easy. Guess what? I can paint black. I could not imagine being a wedding photographer and dealing with some brides. Yeah, when just the pressure of it, like, what if something went wrong and this SD card that you stored all the photos on, something happened to it? I mean, obviously, most photographers it's a team and they have another photographer because they want to get different angles of the wedding, but so it all wouldn't be lost, but I don't know. It's just too much pressure. Now, stitching. Okay, so Colleen, why did you say menopause? Oh, the heart palpitations? You're probably right. Well, this is really personal, but I've been going through menopause for, I'm going to be 55 the last day of the year. So I'm going to say it's been probably probably 10 years I've been going through menopause. So that's funny that you said that, because like I'm losing a ton of hair as well. So I was thinking that, well, maybe I'm at the end of it finally. And, you know, my hormones are shifting again, and that's why I'm losing hair. And maybe that would explain the heart palpitations too. I don't know. It sure isn't fun, I can tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, so they're testing. Well, I asked for some tests on my lab work because, you know, they test for certain things, at least at my doctor's office. I don't know if it has to do with my insurance or if it's just how they do it, but they always test for, you know, cholesterol. I'm on high blood pressure medicine, so they test my kidney function, which was good. They test for cholesterol, and then they do a blood sugar test. My blood sugar was good. My cholesterol was a little bit high, so she's testing for that again. And then my kidney function was good. But this time I asked her to check my thyroid. I asked her to test for my vitamin D levels. I think that was it. Those were like 2 additional things I asked her to check. I asked her to check on my hormone levels, but she said, well, no matter how those come back, we wouldn't treat you for that. That's a natural process. So I'm like, well, I guess don't do it then. I don't know. I told her my cholesterol was when I was there in July. I said my cholesterol was probably high because I was really into making what do you call those, egg rolls, deep fried egg rolls. I was making them way too much, and you know, deep frying. I mean, they were just full of oil. I mean, it was avocado oil, but still, it's still oil. So I told her, I said, it might be down now because I haven't had egg rolls in a long time. Oh, I had it down, man. I was making the egg rolls from, like, you could go to a restaurant and they're not going to be any better than what I was making. Seriously, I'm not bragging. I just found a good recipe. That's all. And I couldn't get enough of them. I was having them like once a week or every other week. 10 years is about right. Yeah, I know it's different for everyone too, but I thought, God, how long is this misery going to last? So that's why I thought, oh, hair falling out. Now I got heart palpitations. So maybe. I would be glad to be through it. Wow, she's taken on a whole different look, hasn't she? I love these colors, though. We even switched our coffee from half calf. So we use, you know, when I make a pot of coffee, I use half of it is decaf and half is regular coffee. Just trying to keep my blood pressure down and, you know, stuff like that. Trying hard. Well, another thing I did, or another thing I'm doing, I should say, is I'm not eating before going to bed. Like, I get the munchies before going to bed. And I know that's bad. And usually the stuff I munch on is high in salt because it's just not like health food. It's not like I'm munching on carrots and broccoli before I go to bed. I'm munching on like, I love pretzel chips, you know, salsa and, or not salsa, but hummus with pita chips, you know, all that stuff. Well, that's a lot of salt before going to bed. So I've cut that out too. I'm trying to be good. It's not fun, but things that are good for you aren't always fun, right? Well, that was something too I learned listening to that sleep guy. He was saying to not eat, like you shouldn't eat and then go to bed. And I kind of knew that anyway because I had heard that, you know, when you go to bed is the time when your body repairs itself and re-energizes. And I had heard that before, and I thought, well, God, if you eat before bed and so your body's busy then digesting that food you just ate instead of, you know, working on repairing your body and getting rid of toxins and whatnot. See, that's the thing. I know how to be healthy. It's just doing it, and I'm getting better. I go through waves. That is so me. Like I will do so good with, and I don't want to say a diet because I don't like to say diet. It's not a diet. It's just it's a way you should be living your life. It's a lifestyle, and I'll do good with it, and then I do bad with it, and then I do good with it. I wish I could just do good with it and stay that way. Speaking of sketching, I really need to work on that. The sketches of I keep saying the font, baptismal font. I think most people say font around here. But yeah, I've got to get those sketches done. Our meeting is, I want to say that first week of December, like that Tuesday. Not the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, but the following week, I think is when we have our next meeting with Father and making some final decisions. God, talk about pressure. I'm like, I told him at the last meeting, I said, you know, I'm not an architect. I've never done this. I'm an artist. I paint on canvases and wood and walls, but I don't know the first thing about a baptismal font. But they said, I don't care, just do it. It doesn't matter if Father wants you to do it, so you have to do it. Oh, shoot. True. All right, so that heart isn't going to stay just that flat color. I'm going to give it some dimension. Maybe make it look puffy or something. Give it a little bit of pizzazz. But I'm liking it. I think I'm going to flip her over and see what I think about this. Here, I'll give you a little glimmer of the glimmery paint. It's hard to tell, but It's iridescent anyway. So yeah, she's made strides. She looks a lot better than she did when I started, I'll tell you that much. Because every time I walked by this sitting on an easel in the kitchen area, and every time I walked by it, I'm like, man, I do not like that painting. I did not like where it was at. Holy Toledo, it's 2:30 already? Time flies when you're painting, when you're doing the things you love. Isn't that funny how fast time goes when you're working on something that you love and you're really into it? Of course, I chit-chatted for the first, 15 minutes, plus I came on about 10 minutes late. So about let's say the first half hour, I didn't paint. So I've only been painting for about an hour. Okay, I feel better now. Okay. I like that. I like that red halo. Not really red, burgundy. That looks a lot better too, doesn't it? Okay. Man, I got a lot of that red paint still. That paint was really thin, so it made a lot of coverage. I have to put some sort of pattern in her dress. I might use a stencil and make a design in it or something. Ooh, I might do a what do you call it? Scrapbook paper. Like make a smaller heart within this heart of scrapbook paper. That would be cool because then it would have pattern on it as well. I like that idea. I really like this. All right. This painting is so wet. Okay, I think I'm let me see if I can save some of this paint. It's red paint. I hate wasting paint, especially a good red paint too. So that red that I use is kind of a burgundy. It's so pretty, and the name of it is Tuscan Red by Apple Barrel. So I don't know how old that paint is, whether that color is still available, but boy, I really like that it's a burgundy and you don't have to mix any paint to make it. Like it's just, it comes out of the tube the exact color I like. And that's handy sometimes. I just saved a bunch of paint by doing that. I want to try this copper, a little bit of the copper on there. See if it's too dark. I don't think it'll be too dark. I don't think it's a whole lot different than the one I already have on there. It's just slightly, it's just a little bit different. So I'm just going to kind of put it in just different spots. Not as much as I did on the other colors. Oh, got a little bit too much there. Teeny, what's he doing, boo? Teeny, she's a pretty girl. Okay, I'm gonna need a brush for this area right here. Hard to get these little areas with a palette knife, so oh crap. Big dummy. Big dummy. Nice. Nicely done. I'm going to switch her out. I'll switch her out for this one. And I'm going to put some crackle paint on her. Not crackle. Did I say crackle paint? I did. Crackle medium. Alright, let me get some of the stuff out of my way. Alright, here comes the crackle. Really, boo? The Canadian geese around here, I don't think they know if they want to stay for the winter or they're supposed to fly south, no? Isn't that what geese do? But they come and they land in the fields and then they fly over the house in these huge formations, you know, V formations, which is so cool. And they're so loud and I love it. I just love it. But it's like you hear them every day. You see them go one way one day and it's probably not the same geese, obviously, but and then you see a whole bunch of them going in a different direction and none of it's south. It's like they're going east and west. I don't know. It's just kind of funny to me. It's like they're confused. It's not quite cold enough, so like, maybe we'll stay. Let's go back. But I love when you hear them coming and you know, I'll open the slider door so I can hear them just honking away. I love it. Having a hard time seeing where I've been with the crackle and where I haven't. So I might not get the whole thing crackled by the looks of it. Yeah, I think I already went over this part because it's feeling goopy. Well, I think it's all covered, but I wouldn't put money on it. Let's see, let's just take it. So I hold it up to the window like slanted, and then it creates a glare like right here. I totally missed. I don't have the sides of this painting painted. When I am done with the crackle, I'm going to paint the sides. I'm thinking like this light green color. I think that'd be really pretty. Okay, so she is done with the crackle medium. I'll let that dry probably the rest of the day, and then Friday, tomorrow I have the grandkids, so I won't be doing anything tomorrow. But Friday I will come down and finish her up. So this is that was our last lesson in session 6. And then the title of it is Rosie's Posies. So her name is Rosie, and these are her posies. Oh my gosh. And you know what? Naming your paintings and naming your cross stitch charts and punch needle and that kind of thing, that is one of the hardest things. One of the hardest things. Let's see. Colleen said, can you put the printed version on cradle board, decoupage it, and paint over instead of tracing it? LOL. Tracing what? Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Melly. Thank you, Kathy. Like if I was to repaint something, is that what you mean? I mean, yeah, I absolutely could do that. Matter of fact, for that chair for the auction dinner, let me put this up so I look like I'm talking to you. That chair for the auction dinner that I did, that actually is what I did for the angel on the back of that chair, because I was running out of time and I didn't have time to recreate the wheel. So I printed off my angelic vision print, measured the back of the chair and then printed it so that it would fit, and I decoupaged it on the back of it, and then I painted over top of it. And yeah, I mean, that's a definite way to speed things up if you are in a pinch, but it's not my favorite way to paint. All right, guys. So anyways, I'm going to go now. I want to wish you, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. Same time, same place. And I'll get a hold of Kristen and maybe she can do that one. All right, guys. Love yous. Thanks for being here today. Bye.